There's no labels on any of my crayons after a little bit. Even when they did, they had the bad names like Kinda Yellow. That's what it'd be called.
Kinda yellow.
Like, this could be yellow. You decide,
Yeah.
you know?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Inside the Lines. My guest today is Joey Malinski.
What up, what up?
Local Baltimore filmmaker and owner at ATB Productions. So, Joey, I have two options in front of you. You can either choose magical mermaids or dinosaurs for your coloring
I don't
choice.
know what this says about me as a man, but I don't think I'm secure enough to pick the mermaids. I'm going
Okay.
dinosaur.
Going a safe bet. Got it.
Even though it looks pretty nice.
That's one of those more like expensive coloring books.
Yeah.
I'm almost like, when I got it, I realized I was like, it's almost too nice for crayons. It might be like one of those coloring pencil ones.
Yeah, it's a color pencil one.
I think so.
I
screwed up.
One day my wife was like, there should be a coloring book for adults. I'm like, that's a dumb idea. And then like,
Right now they're everywhere.
They're everywhere now, so.
You can just go on Amazon and there's just 8,000 of them.
I never was a big fan of it. My mom didn't let me believe in dinosaurs because she was, they're not in the Bible, so it's like kind of.
They didn't make it to the ark?
Yeah, they didn't. Somehow they missed the boat there.
I think there was a guy years ago who's doing like a recreation of it, and he had little dinosaurs on the
Oh, yeah. I believe it. See, there we go. I just need to tell her that. I kind of like this one. It's a little battle scene.
Okay, that's what's up. So, Joey, you are a local filmmaker, and you have been here with ATB Productions. How many years now?
This spot, ATB Productions in Baltimore, 5 years. It had a 3-year run in New York as well.
Okay, awesome.
And then there's a gap of time where I was doing it, but yeah, 5 years here in Baltimore.
Nice. And are you from Baltimore originally?
I was born here, yeah, Brooklyn Park.
Okay.
Grew up on Ken Island though. So I would claim Ken Island is where my hometown is.
Nice, that's cool. So yeah, right on the water, man.
Yeah, I loved it. That's why I crossed the bridge Productions.
Ah.
Anytime you go across that bridge. But also when you get that metaphorical spot in life when you know what you want to do,
yeah,
you got to go across that bridge. But also, and then ATB, if you look at my logo, it's a bridge.
Ah, man, you're just throwing all kinds of knowledge that I thought I knew, but I did not know. So what really like got you into film? Like what was that thing that was your push into the world of like filmmaking?
I've been doing it since I was a kid, so like I think we started making videos at like 5th grade or whatever, but it's mainly to be on camera.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I started, but just to tell, stupid jokes and act like an idiot. And then when people started not helping me out doing that, I had to do it myself. So, you had to learn the craft by doing. But yeah, so I would say just telling stories. I always wanted to tell like Maryland's got like some pretty crazy characters, and we're kind of like, I think we're underrepresented.
Yeah, I would agree.
So kind of tell regular people stories.
Nice. And so you were up in New York for a little while. What was it that you were doing up there mainly?
Mainly production, PA production, and then anything above that afterwards. But yeah, my buddy had a job up there. Then I was like, the hardest thing to get in this business is the inn. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'll come on up. And then I did 6 years of commercial production. Worked on some cool stuff. iPod, like the one where they're like dancing and like the silhouette stuff, to like the hands of like Michel Gondry's brothers did the hands, like the HP ones, to Verizon, Can You Hear Me Now, like some like big commercials. Yeah, multi-million-dollar commercials.
What would you say you took away from those kind of productions?
That I don't like commercials. No, I took away a lot. I mean, I think commercial production is probably the most efficient way of doing production. But they just spend a ton of money to do it. Yeah. So like they'll produce a big, huge project in days, done very, very well with the best experts in the world. So like seeing the experts work at the highest level, you definitely learn a lot. I also learned what I can't do. Like I learned, I'm not a grip. Oh, I don't really like, I'm not really good at being an AC. You know, art department. I can't build shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to learn every aspect. I'm not really an office person. So I got to learn what I was good at, what I wasn't good at from the best people who are great at it.
So once you came back to Baltimore, was it, you know, was it the first on the mission to do like more video down here, or was it like you said?
Well, yeah, I mean, at one point, me and Def Jam had a little falling out over some financial things.
Which sadly happens a lot.
Yes. Contracts, guys, get your contracts straight.
Yeah, that's a big one.
But so I had to make a choice. I tried to move up in the world in New York. I didn't want to go back down to because I was editing and shooting. Def Jam was probably about 70% of my business at that point.
Yeah.
So when you lose that, you know, I didn't want to go back down into just production and commercials, which I could have done. So I tried to apply for, you know, staff jobs at like College Humor and that kind of stuff. I applied to LA, and then I applied to Maryland, where I'm from, and I got a job in Maryland.
Okay.
So I kind of moved that direction. I always wanted to, when I originally, you know, film wasn't really an option growing up for me here.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see it as a path that you could actually make a living from. So, but now that it is, now I think it's a vibrant community. And I think it's continued growing. Yeah.
It's been growing really good over the last couple of years.
Yeah, and I like the path it's going. The production stepped up. Really, you know, you can get top quality production out of here now. So yeah, I mean, the goal was always to be able to have people be able to get a job in Maryland, including myself, but now that I have a company, to offer that to other people as well.
Yeah. Is College Humor even still around? Is that like a thing still?
I
remember like it was like at its peak years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I feel like I never see any like College Humor things. It just got me thinking.
I think I imagine all their main staff left, because the people I worked with now do like that show. Adam Ruins Everything.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So they moved on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
I don't know who's running. I have no idea anymore.
Maybe it just got one of those things like what usually happens. It's like it gets bought out, and then they lose a lot of the creative talent because they go somewhere else. And
same thing with The Onion. When I worked a little bit on The Onion, like just doing like small camera work stuff a couple times, and
I was gonna
those
say,
people just moved on, and then I seen I don't think they have the same kind of product anymore. I don't even think they're.
I think it's just I'll see like blurbs on Facebook every now and again, but even that, it's not that much.
Yeah, I mean they were like killing the game, but now I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they had that show, like they had that little short-lived show on like Comedy Central and everything, where it was like.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty good.
After my time, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's kind of the way it goes sometimes. So, how was it like? How has it been like? Kind of. I mean, because not only are you doing video, but you're also running your own business. Like, and now, how does that like factor into it? Like, how are
you're saying I didn't go to business school? Yeah, that's true. I didn't. It's hard. I mean, it's fun though, because it's like I basically do corporate video mainly. You know what I'm saying? In this market, there's commercial work, but what pays my bills is corporations, and you know, that's not the hardest video in the world. So it's just a matter of managing clients. I try to treat them like I would a friend. Be nice to them, be honest, put in the hard work for doing the video and go that route. In terms of like regulations and all that stuff, and you know, just running a business and all the stuff that goes, my wife deals with that.
Okay. Well, it's good. I mean, that's good. It takes a team, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So if I had to do all the paperwork myself and all that, making sure we're legit, I would have a hard time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, why do you think, like, because people, I mean, try to come into the world, and, I mean, I went to school with a lot of people in video, and they don't really do it much anymore. Like, what do you think is, like, the failing point for a lot of people that, like, are trying to make a living out of it?
I would say sales is always a, you know, hard thing. If you're not, because, you know, making a video and selling a video are two different things.
Yeah. You
got to be personable and that kind of stuff. But I would just say drive, because if you're giving up, period. Because the video is not dying.
That's true.
Video market's huge. So to me, it's like there's enough work out there for everybody. I'm sure you've heard it. I know I have heard it. Like, oh, my cousin, my nephew has a camera. He can do it. He can't. But, you know, enough of those people will give him a chance to do it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, exactly. When's the last time you actually colored in a coloring book, man?
I do have a 2-year-old daughter.
I was gonna say you have a kid. As soon as I asked that, I was like, God damn it.
But you know, not actually seriously, because
Yeah.
she, you know, her attention span is like blip blip blip, so she don't care what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm more just watching her do it. So this is interesting. As you know, they originally were orange, and then I don't know why the representation over the years has changed.
If you go, I was gonna say, if you watch a dinosaur film from like the 50s or 60s, it's like, you know, the colors are all over the place.
Yeah,
they had it.
Yeah, they had it right, and then now they're.
If you go by Hollywood,
yeah,
that's the standard.
It's so phony what they're doing with these
like feathers and stuff that they're incorporating into it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what that's
Oh yeah,
all about.
feathers. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, man. Birds, they don't look like birds.
I think they just
reptiles.
found a penguin the size of a human, like a fossil for like, you know,
What?
like a human-sized penguin in New Zealand or some shit over there.
That'd be kind of terrifying to see that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know what was going on in this world.
We
could be, you know, they could be talking about us, some dinosaur-looking creatures, be like, remember when those assholes burnt up the planet and died?
Yeah.
They better make a cool story where it was like a big meteor blew us up.
Is that how it's just gonna keep going? Like each new thing that takes over, like it was this meteor that flew down and it just burned everything to a crisp. And dinosaurs were like, man, we were just farting a lot. It just was a lot of methane.
Yeah, too much methane.
And we just couldn't breathe anymore, and then we just died out. Like it's just the way it goes. And then it just kind of restarted.
I'm thinking if we all need to get on the same page as a world, right? The only way to do that.
Yeah.
We gotta release the alien files.
We
gotta be like, we have a new enemy.
Do we have to storm Area 51?
I don't know if we have to storm it. I'm not partaking in that. I'll watch the live stream.
I think you're doing great, man. Cause I'm like, I just jump around too much. I'll see something big like that and I'll get a little intimidated, honestly.
It is intimidating. I started now, I'm like, I gotta finish this shit. What's this cross-hatching I'm doing over here? Let's get that thing done. I remember the first time when I was blown away by a person doing crayons, they had it like a thick outline. I'm like, and then they shaded. I was like, oh snap! And I was young. I was like, this is okay.
I used to always put too much pressure on like the crayons when I colored when I was a kid. So it'd just be like a break crayon. Like I did that. I was that guy. Broke the crayons a lot.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
These are legit. These are legit crayons.
No, I don't cheap it. Like I go Crayola, man.
Yeah, you got to. My household. Grill is a little bit too. You got that that next level down wax one that's like, oh, the paper's all off.
Oh yeah, it just falls off within like 2 seconds because your hands, like if your hands get the slightest clamminess.
Yeah.
It's just exactly.
Yeah, there's no labels on any of my crayons after a little bit. Even when they did, they had the bad names like Kinda Yellow. That's what it'd be called.
Kinda Yellow.
Like this could be yellow. You decide.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a little like
Which, opens the mind, opens the
crayons,
creativity.
Yeah, like this one's like carnation pink, like they tried.
Yeah.
But the other ones are just like off pink.
Yeah, it's like
maybe sort of pink.
We tried for pink. Looks like
like bad batch, and then it's like just all these really off colors. Like, just sorry, we really missed the mark on that one. So, kind of before we wrap things up here, is there any final thoughts that you have? Anything you want to plug? Oh, before I forget, social media stuff. If people want to try to find you.
ATV Productions, Adam Tomboy Productions on Instagram, Cross the Bridge Productions on Facebook. Those are my main 2 spots.
Okay, cool.
I would say Instagram is probably the best one.
Yeah.
The one I communicate more with.
Nice.
4.5 Stars coming out in September.
Yeah, man. Meet those deadlines.
Yeah, deadlines.
That's the roughest part, man. Cool. Well, I appreciate your time, and for your time, here's our gift of a Pog.
Pog.
Yes, which is I don't know. I don't know the rules. So you got to have like that metal one, I think. There's like a slammer.
I don't think I want.
But you're bulletproof. Now you're bulletproof. They made a reference to that song that came out a few years ago without even realizing it. Yeah, just like that. Well,
thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate your time, brother.
Cool.
All right, guys. Peace.